All right, fourth grade friends, we are going to be practicing multiplying a two-digit number times a two-digit number. And we're going to be practicing this by finding the area. We're going to do this first problem together in the screencast, and then you are going to work on slides 3 and 4 on your own. Let's take a look at what this problem is asking us to do. Mr. and Mrs. Ant and their two children, Andy and Amber, are already planning their garden for next spring. Help them as they decide how much space they need for the things they love best. So the first problem, Mr. Ant loves strawberries, so he wants to put in a new berry patch that is 12 centimeters by 14 centimeters. What is the area of the berry patch Mr. Ant wants to put in? So we have to answer this question. It says, what is the problem asking us to do? We're not solving it just yet. We want to answer what is the problem asking us to do. So this problem is asking us to find the area of space that Mr. Ant needs for his berry patch. I can make this a little smaller. There we go. Now, a reasonable estimate. I can round each of these numbers to the nearest number, so I can either round up or I can round down. Remember, if this number in the ones place is 5 or higher, then you're going to round up. If it is lower than 5, you're going to round down. So I can round 12. This 2 is less than 5, so I'm going to round 12 down to 10. And same with 14. This 4 is less than 5, so I'm going to round it down to 10. So a reasonable estimate would be 10 centimeters times 10 centimeters equals 100 squared centimeters. Make this a little smaller. There we go. So about 100 square centimeters. Now I know it's going to be a little more than that because of course 12 and 14 are a little bit bigger than 10, but I know it's going to be a little bigger than 100. And remember, because we're finding area, we have to put squared in front of our units. And in this case, our units are centimeters. Now we have to find the actual answer. To do this, we are going to use our number pieces in the Math Learning Center. Here we're going to use these yellow pieces. I need to make 12 and 14. I know that a strip is equal to 10, and I'm going to color that in red since we're talking about strawberries. I need to make 12, so I need to add 2 units to make 12. So there is my 12, and I broke that up by using 10, my strip of 10, and 2 units. Now I need to make 14. I know that I can make 14 by using a strip and 4 units. And I know this problem says 15. We're going to change that to 14 and done. I'm going to keep these yellow so we can see the differences. So this would be 10 because it's a strip. And then we have 4 units. So now I can see all of my different pieces. And I know 10 plus 2 equals my 12, and 10 plus 4 equals my 14. So now I have all of my pieces. Now I have 10, this number, 10, times this 10. When I multiply times 10, I get 100. So I can put a mat in place of that to show that that is 100. Now I have to do 10 times 2. 10 times 2 is 20. So I'm going to put 2 strips. And I know that's 20. Now I have 4 times 10. 4 times 10 is 40. So I'm going to use 4 strips. And that is 40. And lastly, I'm going to multiply this 4 times 2. 4 times 2 equals 8. I need to use my units to make 8. So 1, 2, and I remember I can draw that. We'll just go ahead and add them since there's not that many that we have to add. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that is equal to 8. Now what do I have to do? I have to add each of these up. So I would have 100 plus 20 plus 40 plus 8. And that's going to equal my area. So when I add 100 plus 20, I get 120. 120 plus 40 is 160. And I add that 8 to it, and I get 168 squared centimeters. So my area equals 168 squared centimeters. Now I'm going to click the share button so I can copy and paste this. Remember, I'm going to hit copy image, right click my mouse, copy image, come back to my page here, and I'm going to right click and paste. And I'm going to paste my answer right here. So my answer is 168. And it already has my units there. So that is how you do these problems. You are going to just work on 3 and 4, slides 3 and 4.